Chris.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Hi, Alex. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Welcome to EITC. I see you filled out the paperwork already that we need, so I'm going to go over this with you
Okay.
quickly and see if you have any questions for me.
All right.
Okay, you've signed your consent form, and for your release of information. This is a consent form to say that you're responsible for paying for your treatment, and here are your alternative treatment options that are available if you don't feel like this is the appropriate place for you. Do you feel like this is the appropriate type of treatment for you?
We'll wait and figure it out.
Okay.
I've been through treatment about 4 times, so this is something different.
So you haven't gone to a medicated assistant
No.
treatment center before? Okay, good. Are you aware of the differences between the medications that are offered here, Suboxone, Subutex, and Methadone?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions about that?
I've heard about Vivitrol. Yeah, I know the differences between Suboxone, Subutex, and Methadone.
Okay. Vivitrol is a once-a-month shot, and it's upwards of $600. If you're interested in that, then we can get you some more literature, and we can discuss that later. But what are you looking for as an option right now?
I think I'm going to go with Methadone.
Methadone? Okay. This is the detoxification policy. And do you have a living will or advanced care directives?
I do, but I created it when I was like a sophomore in high school,
Okay.
and I thought my pet goldfish, Jerry, would get everything if I died, but turns out Jerry bit the dust before.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, you do have to have a human to be your advanced care directive person.
My mom takes pretty good care of me. I'll put her down.
Okay, wonderful. So feel free to discuss that with your mother and bring me in a copy of your living will, and we'll put it in your chart. These are our clinic's hours of operation. You have to attend your initial intake group within 1 week from your admission. And do you have any questions about what time the clinics are open? They'll give you a period of time, a window when you're supposed to come in and receive your medication every day. So you'll be able to discuss that with your counselor, and they'll set up a specific time with you.
Okay.
You have to come in every day, and your methadone will be $14.75 a day,
Okay.
and there are no charges. You have to pay for that daily. You can pay ahead though if you'd like. You have to see your counselor, check in with them the first week every day. If you are on hold, there is a computer screen and it will have your name on it, and you just go over to the patient information center and they'll direct you from there. This is a
Would this hold mean like somebody is going to come out and hold me?
no. If your name is on that screen, then that just means that you can't have your medication until you go over to the patient information care person and discuss why you're not allowed to medicate. You might have to see your counselor, you might have a random drug screen, but
Okay.
that's what that means. And then they'll direct you where to go from there.
All right, that makes sense. Thanks for explaining that.
You're welcome,
I can be
Alex.
confused. I don't really like hugs, so.
It's okay. I won't hug you. How about high five? High five?
Sober 5. I don't
Sober
get high
5.
anymore.
Yeah. Sober 5. That's awesome. I'm going to use that. Can I use that?
Absolutely.
You're brilliant.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
My pet goldfish, Jerry, who died, thinks so too.
I'm sure. And just so you know that as long as you're on your medication, that all pharmacies are obligated to report all narcotics to everybody. If you have any questions about that, I mean that's a federal regulation and an Indiana state law. This is your patient handbook with more of the rules and regulations. And I'm assuming that since you've signed this, you've gone over all this. Do you have any questions about anything that's listed in this patient handbook?
No.
So you understand your patient rights. Do you understand HIPAA?
Yes.
Okay. So that everything here is kept private, and that if any of your information is to be released, you have to sign a consent form and vice versa. We will not give out any of your information without your permission. Everything that is said here stays here.
It's kind of like Cancun.
Yeah, have you been to Cancun?
What happens there stays there, so I can't tell you.
Ah, okay. Well, then we'll never know. But as we've discussed before, the advanced care directives, and this is a map of the building, just in case you get lost.
It's a cool blueprint.
It is? Yeah. It's kind of hard to see.
Sarah, can you please call 118? Sarah, 118.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and some of these questions might be hard. And it's not that, you know, if it does get hard for you, I'm really sorry. It's not that I don't care about the answers. We're going to be moving pretty rapidly. It's just your counselor will delve into this a little bit further because this is a pretty quick intake process so that we just get the general information and kind of keep going. So if, you know, if there's any questions for the questions, just stop me and say, oh, no.
Okay.
Okay. So your full name is Alex. What's your last name, Alex?
Pedro.
Pedro? Pedro?
Yes.
Okay. And
Jasmine, come to
I will be
Amazon.
introducing you to your counselor. When this is over with, I'll introduce you to Seth, and he'll show you around the building and get you where you need to be.
My counselor's name's what?
Seth. His name is Seth.
That don't sound like a cool dude.
Yeah, no, he's awesome, dude. I think you'll get along really well. He's got one of those really fun personalities too. I think you'll get along really well.
He has a bop it stick.
I don't know. Does he?
The way you remove
Well,
it.
we'll find out, won't we? So we're going to start off with your drug history, okay? Have you used drugs or alcohol in the last 24 hours?
Mm-mm.
Good. Have you used drugs or alcohol in the last 72 hours?
Mm-mm.
Okay. How much opiates were you using per day before you admitted here to the clinic?
Maybe like 10 grams.
10 grams of which opiate?
Heroin.
Heroin. Okay. How often? Every day, but I mean, like all
Every
day
day.
or?
Like, I spread it out between like 3 times a day.
Okay.
Morning, then nap. Lunch, then nap. Nighttime, then nap.
Okay. And so, but you haven't used for the past 72 hours.
Mm-mm.
Good. Have you seen a progression in the amount of heroin that you're using? Or
Yeah.
progression in your disorder? When did that start? When did you start using
When
heroin?
my Oxycontin script ran out.
Okay. And when was that?
2006.
2006. You started using heroin. How long were you taking OxyContin before that?
About 3 months.
So you started on Oxy for 3 months, and then when your script ran out, you went to heroin.
Mm-hmm.
Were you abusing any other drugs or
I
illicit
was trying
substances
to
before
buy
then?
oxys on the street, but it was just a lot easier to find heroin.
But before the Oxy,
No.
you weren't using anything.
Mm-mm.
So I'm assuming what occurred that you ended up having OxyContin for?
I got in a real bad pogo stick accident.
Pogo stick wreck? Yeah.
I was hopping and went into one of the drains and fell and broke my leg.
That's horrible. Were you working on that for Guinness Book of World Records or something?
Yeah.